Away or hello and welcome back. We could look to show you more. One coffee at a time. Devlog 64. I finally got to 64, I think. Yeah. Pancake time! I'm adding the pancakes in. I probably should do something more productive like saving or the researching, but that'd take a lot more effort. I mean, it'd be offset that way, so left 0.5. To the left you go, mate. There we go. Okay, I thought about doing that before I really got into everything. Might as well. Definitely, that we can go back up 1 point. Oops. That was generally fine. I think that if I remember why I was doing that. Who knows why? Make sure everything is on it. Well, let's go with other view. I think usually is. And it was gonna get not copying. The it also needs to not copying the weird one. So these cooking. Yeah. There we go. I chop chips, so I make sure it is at least spelled. There we go. So I've got the pancake recipe down here. So it uses the stovetop, not oven. Whoops. Shit. Do I know how the stovetop function? Yeah. I must do. What did I do for the flat blade? It's not a wise flat blade. Go. Yeah. Okay. I didn't even realize I did do that. Like, what? So we don't know if I've done it. If I remember, if I didn't change this, the flatbed cooks with the stovetop, and that's what you usually cook pancakes by. If you don't have like a fancy pancake machine. Or a machine, I figured out that's why you found the Americans is basically a sandwich maker, they call it here. Basically, something with two like cooktops. Like, doesn't really work very well for pancakes, but make a good cheese sandwich it does. Better than anything else is just having like two slices of sandwich press. So yeah, that might be what it also might be named. I ended up getting bloody wood deciding to stab me on my knuckle. Oh, I guess scrape me on my knuckle. And that's been more of a pain than the scratches that this plastic box has been causing me for the last couple of days. I got one that really up my arms because it decided to try to stab me. I didn't bleed that much at least. Like, little devil it was. In a plastic box. But still, like, the one on my knuckle is worse because it keeps getting hit by every single time I put my hands in my pockets, you know? I don't know why we're seeing so bloody loud. I guess, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully you guys don't have too many troubles and sense. I find that with what's outside that there was a lot more of a trouble trying to get the settings working in this editor than actually was in within when I got the game exported. Oh yeah. And I'm also realizing it doesn't show up. Well, well, this is some sugar in it. 1, 2, 3. Then we shove it over there. This probably actually be one of the most basic recipes. I don't think this will make more than 5, I'm gonna be honest. What's going on with my sound settings? Oh, that might be a mistake. Don't want to make any high, man. Boop. Yeah, clearly goes in there. It's just doing its thing, don't worry about that. Okay, well that. Yeah, what? I didn't realize that, sorry. In the first time, clearly. Some things did do that, you know. I mean, there's probably some code out there you can just change where it then shows those pesky ones that don't show just like it. I was doing a band-aid fix on um, the assembly table by adding in like chopped chips for the cakes and everything like that. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting to think about. Is I just need to say, what does it need? Do I wasn't Yeah, I think I need to say where it needs like a larger stuff, so uncooked. Okay. Let's done that in this one. The wise. No. Oh, okay. Need to come from the deeds there somewhere. Well, that's completely as usually helpful. Oh no, I set it on the recipe. That is weird. So needs stove top, and then also says needs medium cook. That makes a lot of sense now. Probably do the medium cook one as well for that one. Output, let's go with 5. But that'd be output of stovetop, wouldn't it? Yeah. So let's do 10 and double the recipe. Cooking time, 1,000. Yeah, Put assembly amount 5. Yeah, so I'm also going to do the jams on this as well, so that's going to be a bit of a pain. That is probably the assembling amount of time, so that'd be the input, so we do 5, 5, I said that right. And on that output, we also, actually with that we also need to add the jam in as well. Yeah. Can we just undo that, please? Nope. Oh, far out. Why did you have to do that, mate? I was hate like when it does that. Like, hopefully that's still white. You know, that'd be kind of annoying because I don't have to deal with that part. I just wanted this, mate. Okay, that's all I wanted. I think at one point, either that or uni, something I used to use when they had a heart attack. I might do 5, so each one gets a jam. Now that probably won't show up. Hmm. Is it in the book itself? I can't bloody remember. Oh well, this thing will tell me if I put in the wrong spot or not. I think I did. I think it's in the book itself, isn't it? No, no, it must be right. Oh, okay. Look at those beautiful pancakes. That's interesting. Isn't it? Hmm. Nice man. I don't know why all that place doesn't want to show. Hmm. I'm just gonna try something here for a minute. Where is it? Let me turn. I probably should do the box cake. That's it. I know I didn't remember how to spell Leamington. That's pretty good. Move item. Because it is something that is like solvable by looking at the white part. As this game has taught me anything, sometimes it could be staring right in your face and you don't even realize it, you know. Oh, yeah, we need to buy the Leamington. The glorious Leamington. Look at those. Look at that chip chocolate cookie recipe. Chocolate cookie recipe and chocolate choc chip cookie recipe. That name was so long that I just loaded it down the chalk. So it's choc chip choc west cookie. That's what they call it, triple chalk. You know, maybe I should have nicknamed it that. But the problem is, it's called triple also to the fact that it has multiple chopped chips in it too. I don't know why the mud cake specifically chosen to have double. Yeah, I realize too. I might actually have to make a new tab that. Oh, next time. That's a partial lie. It will eventually come someday. Don't worry about it. Hmm. Yeah, I might have to actually make a recipe tab on the side here. If that, especially if those items go to at least more than 5. As soon as that happens, I have to make its own tab. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Pancakes is on the fun, isn't it? Yeah. Because it's technically a cake. Might as well put in a cake. Oh, there we go. Now it shows up. Yeah, it's been up one more up. Wonderful, isn't it? Sometimes you just gotta love it, you know. Whoops. Control paste. Doesn't like you to do anything else. Seems I forgot how to, how all spell. We have to, let's start typing it. Yeah, we have to basically copy and paste it here. else if hang on, let's get this whole one down. Whoops. Needs. What do we have? We spell it here. That must be up here. It needs. How did we spell it? Oh, there we go. Did we capitalize it? Did we? Can't remember. I think we did by the look of it. Probably. Need to copy that. Because sometimes with this too, I'm not really fussed about this because it mainly comes down to a point where I needed this written down, you know? A lot of this code is very much like you have to write it down. Like you think about the way the arches are built, you have to like basically build the thing before it would hold itself up, which is kind of annoying. Like imagine how annoying that would be. But it's basically like that in a way too. I do also need this on for the next for the needing. I've come to a realization that I should have added this in there. Hmm. Hmm. I could also do this as well. What I did up there. Else, if was after if Westby 2 dot needs so angle oh, two and paste that in. Copy that, not cut it. That one's probably more summary, but yeah. Both of them work just as good. Depends on how lazy you are, I guess, in the day. Guess I'll say that one's greater than 0. Greater than 0. It must be greater. No. Hang on. No, I'm doing that wrong. Yep, there we go. I did there. I'm good now. Oh, this one's probably actually the best one, actually, looking at that. Yeah, that one that actually would be the shortest way of doing it, is what's going on here. Let's go back up to this. Stove top. You know, I could have really shortened this, but also at the same time, it was basically like I said before, it was basically white, and you know, you have to wait. So if it's a single shoe, and that text only. This feels like it will cause a duplication. And I think I might just go else. Boop. There we go. We have decided to steal what the cutting was doing. Okay, probably should have done that in the first place, but let's not think about that. Cut, paste, evil. There we go. Now that one's the shortest way of summarizing this. You can also, you know, if you really wanted to shortcut it, you paste that in there, and then you could get rid of this. Yes, this is something to you guys out there, and then boom. Because now that's up there, it uses the same index, uses the same bloody texting because I made it so then I can copy and paste it and didn't have to change that much. You know what I mean? It worked very effectively actually. Although that seemed like a lot of words, a lot of that was copied and paste and didn't have to like change that much at all. Oh, whoops. I'll see if that spelled right now. I don't know how that R got in there, but it did. Sometimes stars can be like that, you know. We also went into a problem. Oh yeah. I guess that's why that's there for. Willie, Billy Wayne. Lovely. Oh, didn't want to do that. I guess that one's not the solution to that. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Maybe that's why it's gonna show up. Mm. I guess that one's never really been the problem, hasn't it? Paste that in there. I got backwards once again. You know, maybe we went the other way, maybe. I went the one way, yeah, I did. Oh, it's the bigger one. So this has to be baby number. That's how I always remember. The point is where the baby number goes, where the small number goes, and big numbers where the open ends go. Yeah. You know, I don't really ever feel like you're dyslexic something is like, you know what I mean? Sometimes some things are annoying as all hell. Based on it. Yeah, big number goes on the other side of the thing. Not meant to be, it's not baby number, it's meant to be, see how this is when the baby, so that will never work because it stops itself. It always strengthens itself before it starts going, man. I mean, okay, sometimes, yeah, I probably should have phased that a lot better. Every time I've used a different saying for this, like, you know, a different formation, it is chipping me, man. You know what I mean? Uh, paste that in there. Oh yeah, why don't I just did it for copy here? What? Some days you feel like you're chipping. That is one of these days. So technically I already knew how to fix that, but I never fixed it. You guys must distract me. that actually could have been a possibility. I'm not kidding, guys. Although I distract myself all the time, so be lying just to blame you guys. I've got my two. I've got my milk bottle, and I've got my two buddy juice containers here. Both gonna make me 10 cents each. The witches for that one. I don't know why Snowflake didn't come up with it. Oh well. Don't know why the pancake one's on there either. Some of them are just like, yeah, nah, you know. Don't want to do that. What do you want about, mate? Let's see if the Leamington is fixed. Or I still have to go hunt down my band-aid salute. Oh no. Oh, I guess it's down here, but you still don't. The problem is you still don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? uh, Any other possible solution would be that. Yeah, of course I won't test it. I'm gonna. Oh, can me? Like press the Control Z when Control V. B. Isn't B meant to be. What are you doing? Oh shit, what? I don't know what it's doing. Control V, Victor, V, Z. I'm trying to think. Is that another way of saying V? I think that is, isn't it? V. I don't know. Or is it good? You Z and Z, you know what I mean? Like, it's another way of saying that, because I know there's another one too. You also got J, like, jug. Like, when you, some people say jug or jug, it can sound more like a G, you know what I mean? Like, say jug or jug. If I'm saying that right and correctly. I think sometimes, it feels like kind of bizarre sometimes that to be like, some other people just don't understand people who just say different things. Like, that is a thing, man. Like, it's like, as someone who was raised in multiple different areas, mainly. But I was raised enough in, like, I wasn't moved around a lot. I was in areas for at least a decent amount of time. And from that, you can also, like, devil! Okay, so clearly that is not a solution, which is a pain in the ass. So clearly the method's working, so why is the list not working? It is annoying as all hell. Maybe what we need to do is paste it back in here and then paste it in here. That was on page 1, wasn't it? Yeah, 1, 2. I think I did it from the traditional left to right. At least in my life. Still not? Okay, maybe. Oh no, here it's on page number 2, isn't it? Yeah, it's on page number 2. Oh my god, are you stuffing kidding me? So if I do this, do I have to have that extra one? I might have to have that extra one in the hole. See, like that. I'm thinking like what I mean, like that. There could always be in a simple solution. I still want to like, especially with the mud cake, have chocolate. Yeah, I'm assumed so. White. Okay, so we can. So our job now is to move this one outside. So right before, I think it's all the same, isn't it? Yeah. Cut, paste. Look. I think the native board needs to be changed for the croissants, but I don't. It didn't look like I did it properly. I don't know. It was under log croissant, or then I just named it croissant log type, maybe. Yeah, I did. And I never did went with adding stuff to the knee, but that is why I thought so. I would have had to do something better if I did, but and that's what happened. Yeah, that'll work actually a lot better because it does go through the system. That will. So basically, it's going to activate before that if does. Sometimes you want to have, sometimes you don't know at the time, yes, to bake it. What about that timing? In this case, that timing didn't go very well. Hence why you cause the bug where if one thing is there, it does not show. Oi, you little demon. I'm glad we did not have to change that much for that one. And then you still see it, this is like, nope, stop you. You know what I mean? There we go. Just means it should show up this. There we go. Whoa, look at that. I don't think that's ever been shown in its life, man. Now if we go to Leamington, look at that, it's up there. Now we go home, we go cake, we get double Leamingtons. And there we go. There we go. Now that's showing up too. That's good. Good boy. Over the sponge cake and box cake. I think box cake I'm gonna keep the chopped cherries on it, and sponge cake I might take them off. There we go. Good to see that we finally dealt with some of those issues. I know you guys didn't really see what we really wanted here was the pancakes. Is what I really wanted to do. While you guys were here. uh, I don't know why I didn't have some of this. It's funny. Oh. And again, it's like, no, you can't see those mud cakes. Oh, I mean, those sponge cakes. How dare you? Hmm. Ah. Got everything on the shell now. One of these days, we're gonna have something that goes off the page, aren't we? Pretty good so far. I guess might as well see. What's that time? Oh, 15 minutes. Ugh. Close everything to the light. Pancakes. Let's duplicate this. Oh, I need to make the asset to this. Oops. I'm trying to name it something different, let's be honest. Sugar. Wait. Boop. Forgot to make it. I was preparing this video. I was gonna I'm making all the symbols, all the icons and everything, but I forgot about that icon. I made all the icon for the plain pancakes in jam versions. So there is chopped chip versions of the pancakes that will probably be in a different recipe that will come later on. So we'll need to link the recipe later on. This is what I get for not, you know. For being a Waldo version of the thing, man. It was uncooked. Uncooked. Here we go. What am I gonna call it? I think we might say it's a cake, you know? They're just thin baby fluffy cakes. They're still fluffy as a cake, you know? You can't really. I guess the baked good covers everything. But it's still like, it's meant to be like a, a little fluffy cake. Pancakes are meant to be. Okay, now let's go and make us sugary. Okay, my hair just keeps bloody whining out of its person. Like I keep putting it in my headphones, and then it's just like, no, fuck you. Why would I dare want to stay in the headphones? It is kind of funny at the moment. Oh my god. Ugh, I'm still dealing with an issue of where that situation where you really have everything you could in place to do a thing, and all you're waiting for is just like the trigger to start everything to roll, everything rolling. I'm at that point with something at the moment, and it is driving me up the wall. I probably mentioned this in the last video too. After I'm waiting, it's like I've got everything else in the spot. Like it's like you know, you set up all the dominoes to fall, and it's like how that Star Wars, how sometimes at the beginning it's just like, nope, I'm not doing this shit. I'm a fallen man. Basically, that's half a situation. And it's just like, why? But okay, I get it, man. Kelly, you don't want to be Kelly. You don't want to fall. Now all the pancakes are gonna be together names. Let's be honest here, man. Find it. Actually on the last ones. I think no, it was either the plain cookie, something like that. I did find it a lot easier to where is the plain ones? Change the resource first. Because I guess then you can go like this. And then go do that. Probably I was thinking of just changing the resource, and especially the cookies. In this case it's a lot easier, but when I was doing the cookies it was easier to change the resource and then go back and do these ones a lot easier. By themselves. Okay. Let's add these in first. So outcomes. So we got two outcomes. We need objects. You. Hang on. I don't actually need that. So we can actually go up to this one up here. Was it mixing dough outcomes? Here we go. So dough, spelt, in sugar wheat. There we go. So we need those outcomes. And then my other outcomes be from the assembly table. So 1, 2, 3. I think 6 pounds there is. I can't remember. Okay. So we duplicate this. There we go. Jam. Okay, which is gonna be our first one? Let's go fire drop because that's what I can start. Rename. What's his name is why it's okay. FD probably. Yeah, I might actually do the other ones that jam in it. Or jam in the name. But I might end it there today. So, you guys out there in the wilds, if you want to see more devlogs, there's plenty out there to watch, to listen to play. Oh, I guess there's plenty of games to play there too. So if you guys want to play this demo, it's out now. The first demo is not this exact version, but the first demo is out there on itch, one coffee at a time. Basically, you want a little cafe game if I've clearly haven't gave enough of that away. You know, look after your own little cafe. Currently, there's no saving at the moment, so I am gonna. I just made one of those games where you're gonna be spending half your life on it or half your day on it and then be like, oh my god, I need to go do something type of game. I will get nothing. No, I'm kidding. I do feel a bit bad for that one. That kind of making that kind of game. But you know, eventually there's gonna be savings and you guys can leave at any moment, any second. Because personal opinion, I do find those really hard sometimes to have the time to play those type of games. But if you're after something a little bit quicker, I've got What's Outside for you all, which is basically meant to be a very fast, quick, rounded game where you defend yourself against the enemies and try to beat your own high score, you know? You beat yourself, you know? Nothing's cooler than beating yourself. Yeah. Phrasing of that doesn't sound very good, doesn't it? Yeah, you know, challenge yourself to your own, trying to see if you beat your own high score. And then you also got something a bit more calming that doesn't take as long as one coffee at a time, but still get a bit of a gameplay out of it, and that's Bushfrog. It feels more like a puzzle, a slow paced puzzle. I feel like I need to run out a lot more numbers than that one as well. But I need to get back to that one sooner or later. Poor rejected boy. This one's a lot easier to add stuff in, you know. Oh well. There's a possibility that, you know, I'll finish up the pancakes. I don't know for sure. I might keep the research for the next update. But I probably might also decide to add the savings this update. Or we're just going to get more recipes as well. You know what I mean? More saving will be added later in. I was just thinking, you know, it went into a spot where the only thing worth saving, everything, you know, that goes with effort and then eventually comes to you is the recipes themselves. You know, but eventually you want to get that savings so then you can have those recipes at hand. You know what I mean? So you get further along in the game. I think that was probably his best. Eventually your saving will come, whereas this update, next update, or in the future, saving in that research is something I want to bring along. How I'm going to implement the research, I don't really know. I definitely feel like the research does make it so that you can't just buy out all the recipes in the shop, but it does also, you know, it's good doing that. And also, you know, maybe adding in different machines and all that as well later on. Because I did, you know, I'm not closed off on like adding in different type of machines, you know. There's a thought that has come by my mind. But adding in a new machine does take a bit of work. Same with a new ingredient. But I guess, you know, sometimes that work is worthwhile, you know. But especially right now, I really want to bring out specifically more baked goods at the moment because pardon, one they're easier, and also I had still have a lot more up my sleeve to add in because I still got to add in like tarts. If you don't know what they are, they are. Where I don't need that. Where are they? They are these little fellas over here. And we also got pies eventually add into, which we have to add in meat for that as well. Pies is a big one and Joel's. And we also got another type of croissant as well, that'd be interesting. And this is also a caramel tart. So you have caramel tarts, and you can also mix them with chocolate ganache. You also got your chocolate tarts. You also got your jam tarts as well. That's a thing. You got jam for cakes as well. So yeah, it's all added. But I'll probably have to go and focus on the other game as well for a little bit. Eventually I'll have to do more on my little on my little zombie game, the only job left. That's currently still in development, so you just get to see the devlogs for that one, which is still really cool to see. Definitely, I feel like that one would definitely be an interesting one when it gets going, because it's basically a survival one out. It's a zombie survival one, but instead you just gathering food and for the village pretty much, and try not to get killed out there. You know, typical stuff. Oh yeah, baby croissants. There's even baby cookies, but I don't ever add them in. They just were really cool to do as well. I remember doing some of the stuff when I got my energy. Well, I got injured by falling off my bike for the first time. Yeah. So that happened a long time ago. So basically, in other words, I was running my bike to the library to make this game. I'll make stuff for this game. Oh yeah, we also got waffles too. Yeah, a waffle machine, really cool. But then it's kind of a waste of machine space, isn't it? I don't know. Guess we could do that, you know. Got a good chunk of space around here. That's why a lot of these up here were clear. I guess I'm kind of wrong in a way. There is a lot of stuff you can work towards. Just because I can get them, like, my starting pennies are really easy to get them. Especially with I savings. You guys are going to start off poor. Poor bugger. But I think this one's really cool. And if you want something that's a bit more slow pace, especially if you like especially you look at what's outside and you're like, oh my god, no. But if you want one of my games that are more slow pace, this can offer that to you because you can slow it down because there's never gonna be a limit. You know how some games like play it up and all that, or most games when it's trying to like have it that you have to have a time on someone's order. In this game, you don't have that issue. You just take your time and fulfill the order. Because they're not going to go more than 5 people at a time, you know. Can't do any more than 5 orders. Because at one point I was thinking of a takeaway spot, but now I'm thinking I might not, you know. See how there's a takeaway placement? Because I think, you know, in a way, maybe it's better off keeping these 5 counters empty. Or 5, we used in the 5 counters over here, because that will be the most effective stuff. Because I think I'll just keep it in codes like this too, because I was thinking of like keeping out Western, have people come in, but I'm like thinking, now I'm thinking like, nah, it's a lot more work to do that, and it's not like, you know, I feel like it'd be more worth putting in a waffle machine just to do that one job than it would be to put in like tables and chairs and have it so you can go outside and deliver the food like that. Like I feel like, You know what I mean? I feel like there was more of a reason to have a waffle machine than that. Hmm. What's that text about? Give me bad news, probably. No? Oh, okay. What? Why is the phone annoying me? I thought the emails was giving me bad text. Oh my god, my phone is fully charged. Yeah. Good job, powerbank. So I've now discovered one more thing that I can do with this powerbank is charge my phone and have it in the wall at the same time. I find the hacks. Hang on. I'm trying to tie to the wrong spot. Unless all this time I've been tying to spot I want to tie it to. Yeah, if you guys are like really into something that want to play a cooking game a bit more slow down, like this cooking game is specifically. Oh god, I'm failing. I'm failing to type at the thing. Yeah, if you guys are interested in a game. Okay, well that just no, stop it. I think it's yeah, if you guys are interested in the method of cooking, like you know how some games also like super detailed. I'm so glad when can you guys are seeing like what my hands is doing today. It just keeps dropping in my face. My hair is like, oh my god. Yeah, yeah, I feel like this game did achieve its one goal, where it's about making and cooking and stuff, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, technically we do have a phantom cookie as well, don't we? I was playing around with the timers, yeah. So then it was delayed a lot more, and then the day speeds up a bit. I think that is a good. I think that's a good path to go because we definitely need that. I feel like I don't want the day to take. I don't want the going through the process of the day to take too long, and I also don't want you to be overwhelmed with orders because I need to encourage you to go off and cook stuff. You know, and also don't make too much money at once. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.